This lesson, lesson 7, is all about arpeggio style finger picking. So we're going to cover a couple different things here. The first thing I want to cover is the idea of string grouping. So we're going to use our index, middle, and ring finger, or I, M, and A in traditional notation, to play 3 consecutive strings. In example 1, I'm going to be playing the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings with my index, middle, and ring. In the second example, I'm going to be moving my string grouping over to the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. You could move them over even lower, but we don't generally do that. Usually we're playing on the higher 3 strings or the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. And then our thumb plays the root note of the chord, so it can change depending on what chord we're playing. So in the first example, I'm going to use the string grouping of the first 3 strings, the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. And my thumb will be playing the root notes. So let's review the root notes of the chord. So the first chord I'm going to play is G, so my thumb will pick the 6th string. The second chord I'm going to play is C, so my thumb will play the 5th string. And the third chord I'm going to play is D, and so my thumb will play the 4th string. And my index, middle, and ring fingers won't move anywhere because they don't have to. Here's example 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Okay. In the next example, I'm going to move my fingers, my first index, middle, and ring fingers over to the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. We're going to have a problem, though, when we get to the D chord because the D root note is on the 4th string. We don't want to double pick that note. So for the D chord only, I'm going to go back to the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings for the D chord, and then I'll move back to the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd for the other chords, because we want to try and play the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings as much as possible. But since we only have 4 strings available on the D chord, we have to shift over. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, here we go. Now shifting over, shifting back. I'll do it again. Shifting over, shifting back. And finally, the third example just shows what we do if we stayed on the chord for longer than 2 beats. We would just repeat the pattern over and over. So I'll play what's written in example 3, which is on the high 3 strings, just like we did in example 1, but we're not changing chords. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a really nice way to add a little variation to your playing rather than strumming all the time. So practice that, and when you do this, make sure there's a couple things with your hand position I want to point out. We talked about this early in the book, but just to remind you, your thumb should be forward on your right hand, should be forward of your fingers, which are pointing sort of backwards. So my hand is not like this. People want to do this so they can see the fingers, and you really want to curve those fingers, highly curved, so that you're actually sort of using the side of your finger when you pick it. So just be aware of that right hand position. All right, practice, and when you're done with that, practice some more, and we will see you at lesson 8.